It's the NFL on EA Sports. Burrow.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
51. For him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they play, and the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't. As a team, just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mixon running wide side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here we go, here we go.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Mixon. Uses the stiff arm. And they corral him just a couple yards. So it's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Back to Mixon on second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On one, ready?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. He's going to have the first down and then some. The 40. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. For him.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Again, that's Hurst. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
On one, ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11. Hey, can.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Here we go.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the football will be at the 25 as this offense gets set to take over. They begin with a run by Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
Here we go.
Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Mixon will try the right side. A solid stiff arm. Boy, 199 yards rushing now for the coming into this ball game. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gotta go. Stop.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. And they go play action now. Burrow. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd taking it in from 7 yards away. And both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Mixing up the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Burrow will throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss and let...
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's got room. There's the stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party.
Still 1st down.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. Match now.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the 2021 Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
sold their game plan really well. The head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow avoids the target, and he has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Gun. Shot.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they saw some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
11 empty.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
11. They gotta go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he is here. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL.
So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. First down. Here's Burrow. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Inside handoff to Mixon. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. No enthusiasm in my boys' member. Last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gun. Stop.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals. Kickoff of the third quarter and drive right. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it doesn't feel like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Burrow. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Drew Sample, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Gotta go.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Now Joe Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
11-90.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
11 empty. Hey.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is taken in by Hurst.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Browns.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Mixon last week: 20 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Here we go. And a rushing title is definitely within sight. So the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On that one, good for a Bengal first down. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. Oh, he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon. He's strolling right in through there. And the Bengals are in for 6. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield. Made the first.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here we go. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. This is Mixon. And he's brought down. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
P-Ride is in. Touchdown Bengals. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be come back for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. The partner, this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. During the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But they again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon on
his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half.
And let's not forget he had the receiving. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, here we go.
And with it. They may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Room here to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Gun.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The bank is a playoff run.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent work.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Offense running back out here. You remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
They wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down. Burrow from his own end zone.
A throw for Burrow, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield. Come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
11.
Burrow will throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Familiar with the Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made here at the 36. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on their offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him now. They tend to leave him in.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receipt.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And they go play action now. Burrow sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here,
and now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go, here we go.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, not only the blowout in this one, but they break the Washington football team's record for most points in a game, which was set way back in 1966. Just an incredible performance.
But Brandon, we never go into a game expecting to see a record broken that had lasted for over half a century. But I'm going to give you a quick backstory. That previous record, the Washington team, their star on the team had been traded from the team that they were playing that day. And he was still upset about it, mad at the coach. And late in the game, he told his own team, let's kick a field goal late and add some points to it, just because he was still angry from being traded.
So for Cincinnati, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they
It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Mike Evans, third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Bucs and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello again. It's on hand with you. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They begin with a run by Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And now has 11 touchdowns on the season, and in no way is that just simply luck. That's a great combination of route running, determination, and making nice catches.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 40. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A gain of 22. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals are... The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line to... The Bengals drive about to get going.
On 2.
Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Mixing up the middle. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This is Mixon on the draw. And some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Gun. 11.
Now Burrow on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Powering forward, caught on the slant. Touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
On 1, ready?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. 100. For him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1-1, ready?
Again, it's Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On third down, Mixon, but he will have the first. He's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Burrow on play action. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. They find some open field here. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once
the Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here we go.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
On third down, Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Offline, ready?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets him to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But
the Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And he's got room. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
you toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's...
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing.
16 of the National Football.
Gun. Stop.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week...
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
I'm one, right?
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here we go. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. Down.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's got some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Here we go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good,
And that will extend their lead even further.
so another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. The short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First down. Here's Burrow.
He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And down to the 20. He'll heading out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally rely.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
On one, ready?
Burrow looking to pass. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They go play action with Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Burrow will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed, it is not, because this is not a big lift.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. The Bengals drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away. To a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play?
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. Tyler Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
And then
so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
On one, ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here we go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Gun.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
how about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. Room here to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one. And that turned into a nice chunk of yard.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 70. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
11, 90.
A handoff to Mixon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
On one, right?
Here we go with Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute... Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation and whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.